for the first time, it is a gauntlet match. And even though there might be one of these things is not like the other, with Channing Stacks Lorenzo as the wild card in this matchup, including the megastar, the American Nightmare, the Legend Killer, CM Punk, the straight edge superstar, and the Scottish psychopath. We needed a wild card because it makes things more interesting, but the fact of the matter is, the winner of this match will get an opportunity to challenge World's Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins for his World Heavyweight title. It's either going to be Punk, Orton, McIntyre, LA Knight, Channing Stacks Lorenzo, or CM Punk. Or did I say Punk twice and forget to say Cody? Either way, we start off with former rivals CM Punk and Randy Orton opening up this gauntlet match. And it is the way things go with this gauntlet match. The way things go with this gauntlet match is when one person gets eliminated, the next person enters, and the next person may not enter the ring until one of these two men are eliminated, and they can be eliminated by pinfall or submission. There is no holds barred, no countout. At least I know there's no countout. I don't know if there's no holds barred, to be honest with you. But either way, Randy and Punk. Randy went for the crossface, but Punk slid out of it, and Randy just sent him fully down the aisle. Methodical, stomping away at the ribs and the chest of CM Punk. Short arm clothesline by the Viper. Methodical as methodical can be is Randy Orton. Randy brings him back into the ring. Punk's got to get back in this matchup, and he rolls out of the way. Punk's going for a springboard. Springboard dropkick by Punk. Takes down Randy Orton. I mean, in my opinion, a little uncharacteristic of Punk. I wouldn't expect him to do a springboard. Nasty looking backbreaker by Punk. I don't know if you call that a backbreaker or a neckbreaker, but I'm calling it a backbreaker. Reversal by Randy. Randy sends Punk falling to the outside again. But Randy does not follow Punk to the floor this time. He allows Punk to get back into the ring. And Punk sends him off. Drop down. Big power slam. Uncharacteristic show of power from Punk. A variation of the zigzag, but again, Randy pops back up. Punk's got to do more. Fisherman suplex. I would have went for the lateral press. You got to go for lateral presses anytime you can. You know, the pinfalls exude. I think Punk just got knocked off the apron by Randy. Randy's got him in a powerbomb position. No. A power bomb on the apron, and then he swings him around and knocks him into the LED board on the side. Well, actually, that's not an LED board on the side. But Punk reversed him, and Punk gets himself back into the ring, back into the match in a sight you'd only see in a WWE video game, because he just swung him into the ring apron, and the ring apron reacted like it did with the LED boards. Randy tried for it again, but Punk reversed him this time. The quicker these two... High kick by Punk. A high roundhouse kick by Punk. The quicker these two end this matchup, the more energy they have conserved for the latter part of the gauntlet match. As Punk now gives Randy a taste of his own medicine, sending him back into the ring. Punk shoots the half. Lateral press. Referee Chad, one of our senior officials, Chad Patton, is the official of the gauntlet match. Punk gets sent into the corner. Randy ties him up and just kicks his knee. Attacking the knee of Punk is Randy Orton. Wait a second, from out of nowhere. Punk with the GTS. Punk hit the go to sleep. Punk hit the go to sleep. Let her press. And Punk at 2.999. So close, but yet so far, excuse me. So far away was Punk from winning. Randy kicked out just in the nick of time. I didn't see the kick out coming, but Randy popped his shoulder up, and it surprised me just as much as it surprised CM Punk. Randy's going back after the knee of Punk. If he damages the knee of Punk, Punk won't be able to pick him up with a GTS. Big scoop slam by Randy. Randy just attacking the forehead of Punk with his boot. Randy's going into that place. He's going into that place that only Randy Orton goes to. RKO. RKO. Randy, let her press. And Punk kicked out. Punk kicked out. Punk kicked out. These two men are showing how important it is for them to be the ones to challenge Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Randy has a history with Rollins, dating back to the days in the Authority. Punk has a history with Rollins because Rollins has gone on record to say he can't say anything nice about CM Punk. I mean, either he can or he doesn't want to, but either way, these two, Punk and Rollins, have a heated rivalry, and it would be interesting to see them compete for the World Heavyweight Championship as Punk went for the Fisherman Suplex again, but Randy blocked him this time. And now a fury of offense from the straight edge superstar. Snap suplex, this time it lands on the outside. But Cody Rhodes is the only one in this matchup that, in my opinion, does not have a history with Seth Rollins outside of Cody and Cody and Dustin were the ones to net the Shield their first loss as a tag team. When Cody and Dustin beat them for the tag team titles, I would say Cody had more of a standing rivalry with Stephanie and Triple H during that time than he did with Rollins and Roman. And that's a 3. Randy Orton is eliminated. It was a jumping enziguri after all the damage Randy got. After all the damage Randy inflicted after all the damage that was inflicted on Randy Orton, it took a standing enziguri to get it done, as Cody Rhodes is the 3rd member of the Gauntlet match. And now the American Nightmare gets to go against the straight edge superstar. It's Punk and it's Cody. LA Knight is also one of the only people in this Gauntlet one of the people in the Gauntlet match that does not have a history with Seth Rollins. But that's only because I'm pretty sure LA Knight and Seth Rollins have never fought. Pepsi plunge off the metal rope. Pepsi plunge off the metal rope. A stored finisher as Chad Patton slides into it. And Cody is out. It was human error. It was human error, in my opinion, for lack of a better word. Because honestly, I totally forgot that I was Cody Rhodes, and that's the reason why Cody was eliminated. So I screwed up and caused Cody to lose out on an opportunity to challenge for the World Championship. But now Punk is continuing his escapades to the title, as now that leaves Channing Stacks Lorenzo, Drew McIntyre, and LA Knight as potential challengers for Seth Rollins. I honestly can't say that I realized that I was Cody Rhodes until I saw it at the last possible second when the pin was going on and it allowed me to kick out. I honestly forgot that I picked Cody, so that's the first time that's ever happened, as I think I was so wrapped up in doing commentary that I didn't even realize I was Cody Rhodes. But either way, Punk. He's going for the GTS. GTS to Stax Lorenzo. Could this be an incredible moment? No! Stax kicks out. He keeps it going. I don't know what to say as Stax springboards with an elbow off the middle rope. Or springboard elbow. Punk is somehow keeping himself in this matchup. And fist drop with a little bit more oomph behind it by Stax. Polish hammer by Punk. A knee right to the side of the head of Punk. Stax is keeping himself in this matchup. Punk is showing why he is the best in the world, as he has now held a victory over Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes in this. Stax is trying to get the advantage. He just removed the turnbuckle pad. This proves to me a falling sleeper hold by Punk. It proves to me that I don't know how accurate it is that Punk would do a springboard moonsault, but this is a created superstar. It proves to me that this is no holds barred, no disqualification, no countout, every step of the way. Otherwise, Stax would not have removed the turnbuckle pad, but it seems like we might not be even going to that as Stax moved out of the way of the elbow. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Stax. He's going for the ladder of press. Can Stax knock out Punk? Punk kicked out. Somehow Punk keeps himself in the Gauntlet match. Stax with a boot to the side of the head. Basement big boot by Stax Lorenzo. Knee. Stacked knee. Can Punk kick out, or is Punk done for the count? He kicked out. Punk kicked out. I don't know how the hell he did it. But Punk is still in the match. Shinbreaker by Stax Lorenzo. I think Stax is getting frustrated. Well, with the fact that the referee's putting the turnbuckle pad back on, I don't know if it's no holds barred. Punk's going for the GTS. Could this be it? Punk nails the GTS on Stax. 3. Punk eliminates Stax Lorenzo. Punk has now eliminated Randy Orton. He has eliminated Cody Rhodes, and he's eliminated Stax. But this leaves the megastar, LA Knight, as number 5. This leaves LA Knight as number 5. As LA Knight and Punk. I don't know how LA Knight already has his finish. BFT by LA Knight. This has got to be it. Punk is finally eliminated. Punk has finally gotten eliminated. And now that leaves Drew McIntyre as number 6. That leaves Drew McIntyre as number 6. McIntyre. I think McIntyre wished he could have gotten CM Punk. As Punk, what an effort by CM Punk. I'm still learning this free cam. I didn't realize that a button I pushed. I honestly also thought I picked somebody to be, again, in the match, but I guess I never picked somebody to be in the match. But LA Knight is taking it to McIntyre. Either way, whether I'm active in the match or not, the winner of this matchup will get a chance to challenge Seth Rollins for the world title. I'm still learning how to use this free cam, as LA Knight sent McIntyre to the floor. Now everybody's back in the back, and it just leaves McIntyre and LA Knight. LA Knight is stomping away on Drew McIntyre. Excuse me, shoulder block by LA Knight. LA Knight was on the defensive, and now he's on the offensive. It just shows how quick the pendulum swings. And now McIntyre was on the defensive, and now McIntyre's on the offensive. Into the ropes goes LA Knight, elbow by McIntyre. Both these men, so desperate. A man that size should not be able to dive over the top rope that easily. But McIntyre with a tope con hello takes out LA Knight. McIntyre and LA Knight go back into the ring. Both these men want a shot against Seth Rollins to potentially become world's champion, but only one will get that opportunity. Either LA Knight, the megastar, or McIntyre, the Scottish Warrior. Kimura locked, but McIntyre was not able to get it locked in, and LA Knight found his way out of it. LA Knight looks like he's busted open as Chad Patton slides into the ladder of press. 2 count. LA Knight is not gonna go down without a fight. He reverses McIntyre again, does LA Knight, drops him with a DDT. Stomp on the knee. Nip up. Big lariat takes down McIntyre. It's just a cut right in the middle of his forehead. McIntyre reverses LA Knight, and another elbow takes down LA Knight. Nipping his offense in the bud is McIntyre. Anytime LA Knight's got a string of offense going, McIntyre nips it in the butt and gets him down. But LA Knight has always been the underdog, so being the underdog in this match with McIntyre is no difference. It makes no difference. McIntyre is fighting back, but LA Knight's fighting back now. Can the megastar? Side Russian leg sweep as we adjust the camera angle. McIntyre gets dropped with a knee. Second time's the charm for LA Knight as he's stalking McIntyre. LA Knight is stalking McIntyre. What a combination by LA Knight. Unique offense is what you'll find when you see LA Knight in action. Big power slam by LA Knight takes down McIntyre, back to the knee drop. McIntyre is now getting the offense. Is on defense decisively. McIntyre does the smartest thing he can do. Slides to the outside as LA Knight sends him flying. We adjust the camera again. McIntyre is getting stalked again by LA Knight. LA Knight again with that unique offense. You best believe Seth Rollins is watching this matchup. You best believe Seth Rollins is watching this matchup to get a better idea of who he's going to be in the ring with. Either McIntyre, who he knows quite well, or LA Knight, who he's never been in the ring with before. Double axe handle. No, McIntyre caught him coming off the top rope. LA Knight, instead of keeping the offense, keeping it on. He gave him a chance to recover, and McIntyre made him pay. Face wash by McIntyre takes down LA Knight. It's just a matter of who's going to get their finish first. Glasgow's kiss. Glasgow's kiss. Glasgow's kiss by McIntyre. From out of nowhere, McIntyre just hit him with the Glasgow's kiss. LA Knight reversed him. I think he went for a Russian leg sweep. He ends up brushing off McIntyre. BFT! BFT! But is McIntyre too close to the ropes? McIntyre kicked out. McIntyre kicked out. McIntyre kicked out of the BFT. But the question is, elbow off the top rope, off the middle rope by LA. Elbow off the middle rope by LA Knight. But the question is, can LA Knight do the same if McIntyre, who dropped him with an elbow again, let her press, can he kick out if McIntyre gets him down? LA Knight barely kicks out. McIntyre can't believe it as LA Knight pulls himself to the corner. We are approaching the 20-minute mark in this Gauntlet match. Running splash in the running quarter splash. And now McIntyre is about to take the megastar to Claymore Country. LA Knight brushed him off. LA Knight brushed him off. LA Knight brushed him off. Moved out of the way. He sidestepped the Claymore. He knew it was coming and sidestepped him. He knew the Claymore was coming and he sidestepped him. Bringing him to the ropes as Chad Patton has to move out of the way. Bulldog! Bulldog out of the corner from LA Knight. LA Knight hits him with the elbow. LA Knight hits him with the elbow. Let her press. 3, 3, 3. LA Knight. LA Knight wins the Gauntlet match. And there's only one thing left to say, and that is, you are looking at the #1 contender for Seth Rollins, with everybody saying LA Knight. Yeah. With that being said, if you're looking forward to LA Knight versus Seth freaking Rollins, let me know down in the comment section below. Or if you want to see more Gauntlet matches and more unique matches added to WWE 2k24, like the ambulance match, the other variations of the Gauntlet match, and any other matches that I can find, show it in the views and get this above, let's say 20. And I'll work on maybe figuring out another Gauntlet match to do, as I would love to do a Gauntlet match for the women. With that being said, let me know down on with that being said, I'm done for the day, and I will see you in the next one.